Dear friends, why one should learn history? Because history gives you an opportunity to learn from the mistakes. Be it ancient Indian history, medieval Indian history, modern Indian history, the events, the reforms, legislations, bureaucracy, central local governments, or the rulers, how they miserably failed, or how they failed to tackle the situations, various situations, or how an ideal government is supposed to function, how the society, social institutions not supposed to be. What the religion, religious practices, institutions, revolutions teach us in modern times. So here, in the UPSC examinations or in the state competitive exams, the thinkers, the rulers, the fighters, the reformers of the past, the reforms, the legislations or their policies, all are repeatedly being asked, and it's a favorite area for UPSC also. In UPSC's civil service examination and in many other competitive exams, both in prelims and mains, they ask about the rulers of past or the reformers of the past, great leaders of the past, their success, their failures, their contributions. What we have to learn from such incidents, events and such personalities. Similar way, there is Muhammad bin Tughlaq. This is a favorite area for UPSC in the competitive exams or in state service exams, you can see. This type of the questions can be asked in the prelims about the reforms, about the failures, about the achievements, about the controversies related to his reign, all can be asked. Muhammad bin Tughlaq, he was a ruler, sultan belonging to Delhi Sultanate. Delhi Sultanate ruled by, there is a slave dynasty, Khilji dynasty, Tughlaq dynasty, Said dynasty, Lodi dynasty. Now after Ghiyasuddin Tughlaq, there comes Muhammad bin Tughlaq. He is known for his novel experiments and expeditions. Okay. So Muhammad bin Tughlaq, question can be like this. A sultan known for shift of capital from Delhi to a particular place. Okay. Or a person or a ruler, sultan known for his establishment of a department for agriculture or protecting the farmers or taking care of these agriculturists. The question can be like this also. Yes, the historians having an opinion that a ruler who is with a mixture of opposites. Or the question can be like this also. The sultan who is known for demonetization, introduction of this copper coins, introducing copper coins and what all things which happened after that. Why he introduced such a token currency and what are their implications, in prelims mains they ask the questions. All are relevant in the current scenario. How our politicians supposed to be, how our ministers, decision makers, bureaucrats, how to tackle various crisis situations, be it financial, be it international, be it diplomatic issues, be it religious issues, be it social issues, how to handle various situations. We have to learn from the past mistakes. Yes, when it comes to Muhammad bin Tughlaq, I would say Botany Ibn Battuta, contemporary historians are of the opinion that he is a complex person. He is a mixture of opposites. Muhammad bin Tughlaq is a mixture of opposites. Many good qualities you can see, many bad qualities. Good reforms are there, bad reforms are there. Okay, he is generous, humble, kind, and he is the only sultan who is most literate and educated one when you compare with the other sultans. But his reforms are very disastrous, or it is, they all journeyed much ahead of the time. Okay, same time he is very narrow-minded, he is stubborn and he is most cruel. We can see he given an order to shift capital from Delhi to Daulatabad, and he made sure that every citizen of this Delhi or every native of the Delhi shifted from this Delhi to Daulatabad. Finally, when he went for search, found there is a crippled man, there is a blind man, and killed that crippled man, and the blind man, he was dragged to Dawladabad. When this Dawladabad, blind man reached, only one of his leg reached, rest of them, dusted. So what I said is, he's known for his cruelty, same time he is generous. Is the guy who introduced that Takkavi loans, for the farmers, Takkavi loans on emergency situations. So he is known for generosity, his humility, his kindness, he is very narrow-minded, stubborn and most cruel. He is a visionary and he wanted to conquer the whole world. Even this introduction of this token currency, demonetization, when there was a worldwide crisis for the silver and gold, he introduced this token currency. Also, historians say one of the intention was, he wanted to amass the wealth to conquer the world. Okay. He is a man known for his dashing experiments, different experiments done by him. Yes, although he is known for his novel experiments and his ideas, brilliance, etc., he was a very poor plan executor. That is the reason why his entire subjects, is hated him. Now, token currency emptied his state treasury, introduced token currency policy, and it became a huge nuisance in the entire state. Everyone, everyone in the house, they started, minting coins. Okay. So, token currency emptied the state treasury. Then see, taxation brought to ruin the farmers. In the Dob region, when there was an emergency situation, crisis situation, he increased the taxes of the people of the Dob region, and it caused so much miseries on the people. When they were unable to pay, yes, more punishments and more kind of, like a punishment, mechanisms introduced by the Sultan. So that again you see that it totally disappointed the farmers. Then change of capital from Delhi to Dawladabad. That's again you see, he asked not his the court people to shift, he asked everyone to shift to Dawladabad. Huge crazy man. Collected a huge army for making conquest of Central Asia. Yes, he had a thought of conquering the Central Asia. Around 4 lakh soldiers he collected, and salary of 1 year, that was given in advance. Later on, he simply, dropped the plan of this Central Asian invasion. That is again a blunder done by him. Then you see, he brought peace by bribing the Mongols. 500 dinars he given to that, this Mongol force, that is to avoid that Mongol invasion. So he is regarded as one of the most coward sultan also. Okay, same time he is known for his gallantry. The same time he is known for his bravery, and the other side, he is known for his fear, or maybe he is a coward ruler. Okay, then see, killing of 100 people even on minor matters. Even if you feel that yes, his order is not obeyed by the people on silly grounds, you could see that they are tortured to death. The people are tortured to death. Ishwari Prasad and V.S. Smith and this Nizami, they negated the view that yes, Tughlaq was mixture of opposites. So historians are of different opinions. Okay, some say, yes, Elphinstone says that he is a man with some degree of insanity. Okay, he is a man with he is a mad man, he is a mad sultan. Supported by Havel and R. Sharma. The same view is supported by Sharma and this Havel. Brown and Ishwari Prasad did not accept this view. Brown observed, yes, there is no hint in the contemporary historical works that he is a madman. And there is no hint, there is no proof that he was a visionary because of his vigorous character. Okay, it is better to call him despot. It's better to call him despot because in Middle Ages, no other forms of government existed, and what all he is shown is his insanity, his madness, his ruthless suppression, oppression, whatever he is shown is, it is just because of the reason that he was a despotic ruler. He was a despotic ruler. Then Ishwari Prasad stated, Muhammad Tughlaq was unquestionably ablest man among the crowned heads of the Middle Ages. Some historians lay the charge of madness on him, neither in the pages of Ibn Battuta nor in the history of Barani. The contemporary historians, okay, this Ibn Battuta Barani, they never say that he is a man known for his madness. Edward Thomas Havel taken their clue from this Baduni, who was bitterly prejudiced against the Sultan. They have uncritically accepted most of his statements. So Baduni has a different view on the Sultan. Then this Ibn Battuta has different view on the Sultan. Okay, so historians also, they are with different views on the personality of Muhammad bin Tughlaq. Okay, he is known for some good initiatives also. For example, a separate department of agriculture started by him, Diwani Amir Kohi, that is to take care of agriculture, that is to protect the agriculturist on the emergency situations like a flood or maybe landslides, famine, etc. Then see, there is, and also one of the objective of this particular department was, it is to bring uncultivated land under cultivation. Then Takavi loans that is provided to these peasants, to subsidized loans are provided to peasants to, yes, enhance the surplus cultivation, okay. And see, regarding this administration of justice, historians say that, yes, even he never allowed these quasis to escape the justice, okay. Even this, what is called the judges, the judges of the court, they are also bound by law and they are also, brought in front of the law. So he is a man who is known for his love for justice, okay. Ibn Battuta also praises him for his love for justice, okay. Treated everyone in the equal in the eyes of law. Some plus points are there. But this man is a failure due to multiple reasons. He failed due to multiple reasons. Yes, self-responsibility of his failure, his own responsibility. His visionary projects, his visionary projects never came into results. You may have plans, you may have loads of strategies, etc. But until and unless it hit the results, then the plans are just waste, okay. So his visionary projects of Muhammad bin Tughlaq, for example, Central Asian invasion, Chinese invasion, okay, all these, and token currency for world conquest, all these visions are fine, but they miserably failed due to lack of a proper execution plan, okay. Then see, taxation in the Doab, transfer of capital from Delhi to Daulatabad, use of token currency, military expeditions to Central Asia, military expeditions to these Himalayan foothills, and this Deccan conquest. All these are, let me tell you that some blunders by Muhammad bin Tughlaq, or these are some reasons for his failure by his own, okay, his own reasons for the failure, or maybe these are his self-responsibilities for his failure. At the same time, you see that this man, yes, again you see that generosity of the Sultan, alienation of the ulemas and brutal punishments, all is because of his policies, his reforms and his strategies. Same time you see that when he himself is responsible for failure, that particular society, that particular age is also responsible for his failure. Vast extent of empire. He was, even though he is known as the ablest prince, you see that the diversities of his empire, or maybe different clashing governors and these people of the different caste, creed, religion, etc. All these contributed much complexity. Vastness of his empire, conservative nature of the people, lack of, people are not able to understand, grasp his innovative reforms, okay. Lack of capable advisors, natural calamities, disloyalty of provincial governors, liberal grants to scholars and the poor, okay. All these are, let me tell you that these are some additional push factors which contributed to his failure, okay. Have an idea what all the factors contributed to his failure. Now, transfer of capital, if you consider, you can look into transfer of capital issue. Delhi to Devagiri, you see that he shifted his capital from Delhi to Devagiri. Devagiri later renamed as Daulatabad. That policy or that decision, backfired, it misfired. Shifting capital from Delhi to Daulatabad. Then Ibn Battuta says it is because of the abusive letters. The people of the Delhi, send him abusive letters. Today we put in the social medias, Insta and Facebook, if any cricket player done a bad performance, or they have the bad performance, or the actors, good bad with the movies, you see, we put it on the comments, we put it on the social medias, YouTube, or Facebook, Insta, etc., etc. But those times, you see, the people of the Delhi, because of his mischievous policies, they send the letters directly, to this man. That mostly, angered him. So he wanted to teach the lessons of the people of Delhi. Bharani says that a new place was centrally located. He felt Delhi is, yes, it is not a suitable place where you get the central control of south and north. So he felt Daulatabad or Devagiri is much, located in the center, so you can have proper control of the south and the north. Gardner says that it is because of the fear of the Mongols' invasions. Okay, then some historians say revolt of great magnitude in the south. He is not able to control the south, so decided to control the south by moving to Daulatabad. Okay. Khusro says that, Amir Khusro says that this, yeah, beauty of the, so there are different reasons. So historians say that there are different factors, you know. Maybe this is the factor, that is the factor, this is the factor. Anyway, this shift is happened, okay. This shift is happened. Some say that it is to save from epidemics and pandemics. So this shift is happened from Delhi to Dawladabad. He asked everyone should shift. Another reason they say that he wanted to increase this Muslim population in the Deccan. Okay, these are the reasons. But anyway, the shift happened. Barani says, so complete was the ruin that not a cat or dog was left. You see, not a cat or dog was left in the Delhi. Okay, he asked every person to leave the Delhi to Dawladabad, not his own court. Every native of this Delhi, you know, they have to leave to Dawladabad. See, when after this shift, you know, they found two people in Delhi. One was a blind man, one was a crippled man. Crippled man, you know, yes, he was killed there, and this blind man was dragged to Dawladabad. Only his leg, one leg reached there. That was the cruelty he done. Ismi also wrote, Muhammad bin Tughlaq ordered the city should be set on fire. 40 days journey from Delhi to Dawladabad. He made arrangements for shift from Delhi to Dawladabad, but you see that the entire scheme was a utter flop. After reaching Dawladabad, he understood that Dawladabad is not a, you know, not the place where he can control the north and the north administrations, etc. So he reversed his policy. All this caused to so much miseries and this, you know, the hardships to the people of the Delhi, and they abused the ruler like anything. You see, order to have shifted his court. He could have shifted his court only, or not possible to check effectively the Mongol invasions, okay, or he could ask the people, you know, who voluntarily ready to shift to Dawladabad, but he asked everyone to shift. So that caused that much miseries to the people. And when he shifted to Dawladabad, control of the north was, you know, out of his hand, okay. Then he reversed his policy. So just like this, you see that use of token currency, another blunder he done. Chinese ruler emperor, you know, introduced paper currency, so he felt something like that I will also do. But what happened is, you know, people started minting these copper coins, brass coins at their home itself, okay. And with Ashok Island, it's not Ashok Island, with the lorries and trucks, you know, they are carrying these coins to markets. Nobody is ready to sell their commodities. Even this foreign direct investment, you know, drastically gone, or let us say that the foreign traders, manufacturers are also not ready to trade with this India because of his policy, okay. So you just try to understand that it heavily, you know, hit his like a monetary system or his finance stability. Then what he done is, like, you know, demonetized. Again, you can see that, asked people to bring your copper coins and get the silver and gold coins, okay. That way he emptied the treasury. That was a failure. Bribing the Mongols, again, you know, tarnished his name and prestige. Then see, he had planned to conquer this Khorasan and Iraq, Central Asian invasions. He planned and he raised 4 lakh soldiers for that, given 1 year, you know, advance salary. Later he dropped the plan. Then similar way, this Kharajal is somewhere in the Himalayan foothills, you know. His real intention of conquering this state was to, you know, that is to conquer China. That was a blunder idea. You can see thousands of these, soldiers being recruited, and they were sent, infantry, cavalry being sent to the Himalayan regions to conquer the state. You see that they are climbing the hills, Himalayan, you know, mountains they are climbing. Finally, this particular state, you know, agreed to pay the tribute and he withdrew the army. But you should understand that thousands of 100 soldiers sent, only 10 horsemen retained. Rest of them, you know, yes, become Samadhi there itself. So this kind of the blunders done by Muhammad bin Tughlaq. Deccan policy was again a disaster. Before him, Alauddin Khilji plundered south, but he always, you know, plundered and brought it back. And he established his overlordship in the south. So the rulers are okay, they are happy in the south. But this man, what he done is, like, he wanted to establish the Muslim government in the south. So what he done? Finished everyone. Hoysala dynasty, Dwara Samudra was, you know, destroyed by him. That created huge hatred in the minds of the Hindu subjects and the Hindu rulers, okay. So all these are the policies which ultimately brought him down. Lane Poole described the reasons of his failure like this to him, Muhammad bin Tughlaq. See, what seems good must be done at once. If he found something good, yes, he has to do it then and there itself, you know, without a second thought. See, when it proved impossible or wrong, disappointment reached the verge of frenzy and wreaked his wrath indiscriminately upon the unhappy offenders. So if it turned to failure, disaster, yes, his wrath, his anger, his disappointment, frustration, it will fall upon these offenders and these unhappy subjects. Okay, that was his policy. Hence, the best of intentions, excellent ideas, but no balance or patience, no sense of proportion. This person was a transcendent failure. This is something, Lane Poole opined. So you simple, the fact is very simple. This is a message, clear message to all these Indian and world politics and politicians that when you take decisions, you must anticipate, yes, it's far-reaching consequences. Elphinstone says he was the most eloquent and accomplished prince of his age. Letters both in Arabic and Persian were admired for Alex. So he's a learned man. He's a scholar in multiple languages and literature, and also he's known for his his knowledge of logic and philosophy. It is also unmatchable comparing with the other sultans. Okay, and see, his devotions abstained from wine, conformed in his private like all the moral precepts of his religion. In war, he was distinguished for his gallantry, personal activity. Contemporaries were justified in esteeming. So, this is one side you can see he had many positives here. One side he has many negatives. That is why most of historians say that he is a mixture of opposites. So, just go for this. This is the way you cover the personalities, the rulers, the thinkers, or the freedom fighters of the past time. And of course, such personalities, their contributions or controversies on their events, they are very much important in our competitive exams. Take care of it. Thank you.